Alright, so I'm going to start with my brake test. I need to build my air pressure up to governor shutoff. I'm going to do a safe start. My truck's in neutral. I'll turn my key on. Up on my dash, my ABS light and my DEF light should go on and off. Start my truck. Build up my air pressure. Right now my pressure's already built up so that I can hear it. I'm going to fan it down. I'm going to raise my RPMs up. Set about 1,000, 1,100 RPM so I can hear that governor shut off. All right, my governor has shut off. We've heard the sneeze. I'm at about 125 PSI. Right, so turn my engine off, my key back on. I'm going to release both brake valves. I'm going to push my pedal to the floor and hold it. And I should not lose more than 4 PSI in 60 seconds after my initial air loss. My gauge stopped moving. Ma'am, would you please time me? Now, for the sake of your video, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. All right? Wait for them to tell you. You may continue. Cool, thank you. Now I'm going to fan my brakes down to 55 PSI, at which point both red light and buzzer should come on, indicating I have low air pressure. My buzzer and light have come on. I'm now going to fan my brakes down somewhere between 45 and 20 PSI, at which point both my valves should pop out. And both my valves have popped out. All right. To do my tug test, I need to build my air pressure back up. So I'm going to go ahead and do another safe start. Build my air pressure. Back right now, the ABS light on my trailer just went on and off. Start my truck. While my air pressure is building up, I'm going to finish my in-cab. Over on my side, I should have a fire extinguisher charged in the green, securely mounted. Back behind me on the side box, I have at least 3 red reflective triangles and enough spare electrical fuses to operate my tractor. My mirrors are all securely mounted. They're not cracked or broken. They're clean and clear of debris and adjusted to me. My windshield is securely mounted. It's not cracked or broken. It's clean and clear of debris. My windshield wipers securely mounted. They're not cracked or broken. The rubber blade is not worn, torn, or frayed, and they do work. My washer pump also works. My hands on the lever, so I'm going to get my left indicator, my right indicator, my high beam indicator, and my 4-way indicators all work. All right. Man, my city horn and my air horn both work. And finally, I'm going to come over to my heating system, turn it all the way up. Bam. My floor heat works. Turn it to my defroster. And my defroster works. Now I can put that back wherever I want it. Hot, cold, anyway. All right. I still don't have air pressure to do my tug test. I'm going to raise my RPMs up. This will be the longest part of your video. While that finishes building up, I'm going to grab my wheel chock real quick, so I don't want to run it over.
Wheel chock on the side door right there too.
right, so I've got enough air pressure. I can do my brake test, finish it up. I'm gonna do my tug test. I'm gonna release my tractor valve, put my truck into gear, give it a little tug. My trailer brakes are holding. Release my trailer brakes. Do the same thing. I'm gonna give it that little tug. Man, my tractor brakes are holding. Now I'm gonna check my service brake. I'm gonna roll forward about 15, 20 feet. I want to get up to about 5 miles an hour. Gently apply pressure to my brakes. Our wheel should not shift. If it does, it could indicate a bad brake. Now you notice the wheel turned. That's not what they're looking for. All right, we're on a hill. That's going to happen. What they're looking for is that wheel to really shift. All right, so we're good. All right, so that completes my in cab. Now I need to do the outside. Before I get outside, would you help me check my lights?
Yes.
All right, so turn my lights or my engine off, turn my key on, flip my lights on, and then as you're outside, I'm just going to yell out that window all the lights I want you to check. All right, we'll go through those on the outside. How's that?
Okay.
You don't want to take me yelling out the window, do you? All right, so go ahead and hit your pause or your stop. So, marker lights, securely mounted, they're not cracked or broken, they're clean and amber in color. Turn signals, four-ways, markers, and reflectors. They're securely mounted, they're not cracked or broken, they're clean and amber and clear in color. My truck should not be leaning side to side, front to back, indicating I might have a problem with my suspension. I'm going to check underneath for any kind of puddles, such as oil, coolant, or power steering fluid that could indicate a leak. Remember, those are the three fluids we're checking for level. All right. Now I'm going to pop the hood. Oh, that side went popped in. And if you would follow me around, I'm going to get this side first. All right, so my coolant hose is securely mounted. There's no abrasions, bulges, or cuts. There's no signs of leaks. Yes, sir. My coolant tank should be between minimum and maximum. My coolant hoses should all be securely mounted. No abrasions, bulges, cuts, no signs of leaks. My power steering tank should be between minimum and maximum. My power steering hoses are securely mounted. There's no abrasions, bulges, cuts, no signs of leaks. To check my oil, I will pull it out, wipe it off, put it back in, pull it back out. It should be between minimum and maximum. And my air lines are all securely mounted. There's no abrasions, bulges, cuts. There's no signs of leaks. All right, get my suspension, my front, rear, spring mounts, and my U-bolt and saddle. They're all securely mounted, not cracked or broken. There's no missing hardware. My spring itself is securely mounted. It's not cracked or broken. There's no missing parts, and there's no signs of shifting. My shock absorber is securely mounted. It's not cracked or broken, and there's no signs of leaks. My steering, I've got my gearbox securely mounted, not cracked or broken, no missing hardware, no signs of leaks. My pitman arm, drag link, upper and lower steering arm, and my tie rod are all securely mounted, not cracked, bent, or broken. They're secured by cancel nuts and cotter pins, and my joint should not be loose or damaged. My brakes, my airline is securely mounted. There's no abrasions, bulges, cuts, no signs of leaks. And between my drum and my lining, there should be no debris or contaminants. My tires, I want the same size and type across the axle. I want my tread to be evenly worn with at least 430 seconds. There should be no abrasions, bulges, cuts on any side of my tires, and they should be inflated too, between 100 and 110 psi. I'm going to check that at my valve stem with an air gauge. My valve stem and cap is securely mounted, it's not cracked or broken, and it's fully accessible. My rims are securely mounted, not cracked or broken, there's no illegal welds or drill holes, and my lug holes should not be out of round. My studs and lugs themselves are all present, securely mounted, not cracked or broken. There should be no shiny thread or indicating one might be loose. All right, come down the hood. I can close that now if I want to, or I can leave it open in case I want to go back behind myself and check my shit.
I'm going to move over here to my turn signal, four-way flasher, marker light, and reflector, and lens. It is securely mounted, not cracked, bent, or broken, not missing any hardware, amber in color. While I talked about the mirrors on the inside, I need to talk about them again. My mirrors and mirror mounts, all 7 of them. Securely mounted, not cracked or broken, no illegal stickers, they are clean and clear. We're going to talk about my batteries and my battery box. Being securely mounted, not cracked, bent, or broken, not missing any hardware, and there's no excessive corrosion on the terminals or ends. My DEF tank, cap, and line. Securely mounted, not cracked, bent, or broken, not missing any hardware, no leaks. We're going to move on to my fuel tanks, caps, and lines, both of them. Securely mounted, not cracked, bent, or broken, not missing any hardware, no leaks. Frame and cross member on my truck. Securely mounted, not cracked, bent, or broken, not missing any hardware. No illegal drill holes, no welds. I like to start the coupling portion of my pre-trip underneath the truck. I crawl up underneath the truck, I'm up underneath there, I'm visually inspecting the kingpin. It is securely mounted, not cracked, bent, or broken, not missing any hardware. The glad hands, the locking jaws are securely mounted, not cracked, bent, or broken, not missing any hardware. They're in the locked position, that is locking jaws. I'm coming up here, I got my apron. It is securely mounted, not cracked, bent, or broken, not missing any hardware. There's no illegal drill holes or welds. No gap between my apron and my 5th wheel skid plate, but it is greased. That skid plate is securely mounted to the platform. They are not cracked, bent, or broken, not missing any hardware. My release handle, securely mounted, not cracked, bent, or broken, not missing any hardware, in the locked position. My locking pins along the sliding rail, they are securely mounted, not cracked, bent, or broken, not missing any hardware, in the locked position. I come up here to my lines. I have a blue service line, red emergency line. They are securely mounted on both ends of both the glad hands and the connectors. They are seated and sealed. They do not leak, do not miss any hardware. My hoses themselves, they have no abrasions, bulges, or cuts, no leaks. They're not kinked, they're not pinched, they're not tangled, they're not cut, they're not taped, they're not spliced, they're not chafed, they're not dragging on my truck. My electric lines, securely mounted on both ends. They're not worn, torn, or frayed, no exposed wires, they are locked in place. These electric lines too are not cut, spliced, taped, pinched, chafed, or dragging on my truck. I'm going to come over here to my trailer. I have reflective tape. It is securely mounted or affixed. It is 100% visible. I have my frame and my cross members of my trailer, every single one of them, all the way down. Securely mounted, not cracked, bent, or broken, not missing any hardware, no illegal drill holes or welds, and there's no holes in my floor. Landing gear, securely mounted, not cracked, bent, or broken, not missing any hardware. Handles hanging up in the cradle, foot's all the way up, and there's enough space between the landing gear and the truck to make turns. Come down, I have a turn signal, 4-way flasher, marker light and lens, and reflector. It is securely mounted, not cracked, bent, or broken, not missing any hardware, amber in color. Let's not forget about the marker light way up high. It is a little buddy there in front of the trailer. It is securely mounted, not cracked, bent, or broken, not missing any hardware. It's amber in color. It's clean, and it is marker light and lens. Tandems, securely mounted, not cracked, bent, or broken, not missing any hardware. The pins and the handle are in the locked position. Come down, I have ABS light and lens. It is securely mounted, not cracked, bent, or broken, not missing any hardware, clean and amber in color. Rear, marker light and lens. It is securely mounted, not cracked, bent, or broken, red in color. It is also clean. I have marker lights up high, brake lights, tail lights, turn signals, 4-way flashers. They are all securely mounted, not cracked, bent, or broken, not missing any hardware. They are clean, and the lights and lenses are red in color. I have reflective tape on the back and also down the side, over here on this side. It is securely mounted or affixed, 100% visible. My marker light and lens. It is securely mounted, not cracked, bent, or broken, not missing any hardware, clean signal, four-way flasher, marker light and lens, and reflector. Securely mounted, not cracked, bent, or broken, not missing any hardware, clean and amber in color. His little buddy, the marker light and lens up top. Securely mounted, not cracked, bent, or broken, not missing any hardware, clean and amber in color. Turn signal, four-way flasher, marker light and lens, and reflector. Securely mounted, not cracked, bent, or broken, not missing any hardware, clean and amber in color. I talked about all of my mirrors when I talked about the other side, talked about the other fuel tank, so we are done with the outside review. It was about 8 minutes, 42 seconds.